Hey everyone, welcome to Curiosity. Let's solve question 1211, queries, quality and percentage. The question defines query quality as the average ratio between query rating and its position. The question also defines poor query percentage as the percentage of all queries with a rating less than 3. We are asked to write a SQL query to find the query name, the quality and the poor query percentage. Both the quality and the poor query percentage should be rounded to 2 decimal places. We are free to return the result table in any order. Let's look at the example provided to find the approach we can use to solve this question. So we have the input table queries with 4 columns: query name, result, position and rating. We can observe that there are two types of records in this table. One where the query name is dog and the other where the query name is cat. Let's look at those records where the query name is dog. So we observe that there are 3 such records. The way in which metric quality is calculated is defined as the average between the ratio. It's defined as the average of ratio between rating and position. So if we perform 5 divided by 1, so 5 divided by 1 plus 5 divided by 2 plus 1 divided by 200 and that result divided by 3, we would get 2.5. Similarly, to calculate the poor query percentage, we need to find the number of records which have a rating of less than 3. So we can observe that there is only one such record. So 1 divided by the total number of records, which is 3. So 1 divided by 3 into 100 would give us 33.3%. In the same way, we can also calculate the quality and the poor query percentage for the query name cat. So let's jump into writing the SQL query. So first I'm going to say select star, using star as a placeholder, from the table queries, and I'm going to say group by the query name. The reason why I'm grouping by the query name is because we need to find the metric quality and the metric poor query percentage for each individual query name. So that's the reason we are grouping by the query name. Now let's try to choose the columns that we need in our desired output. So the first column that is required is the query name. Next we need the column called quality. So let's go ahead and calculate quality. So as I said before, quality is the average of the ratio between rating and position. So I'm going to say sum, and since average is defined as the sum by count, let's go ahead and do that. So sum of rating divided by position, and that divided by the total count. So sum of rating, we are aggregating the rating by position and then dividing that by the total count. And to avoid any integer division issues, I'm going to multiply it by 1.0, and let's round this off to 2 decimal places, since that is what is expected in the desired output. And I'm going to alias this as quality, and the next column that we want is the poor query percentage. To do that, let's first find the number of queries which find the number of records which have a rating of less than 3. So I'm going to use the case when statement. So case when rating is less than 3, then 1, else 0, and let's end this. So each time the rating is less than 3 for a record, we are going to consider the count as 1, and we want to aggregate all such counts. So I'm going to say sum of all of these counts, and let's divide this by the total count, because we are finding the percentage, right? So the number of records which have a rating of less than 3 divided by the total number of records, and this we are going to multiply it by 100 since we need to calculate the percentage. And again, let's round this off to 2 decimal places. We are going to alias this as poor query percentage, and that should be our query. So this should give us the desired output that is expected for the question. So let's go ahead and try running to see what we get. Okay, so the test case passed. Let's try submitting our solution. Okay, great. So the runtime is good, and that's how you solve this question. Thank you, everyone.